Hello YouTube, welcome to San Mateo County. We get the opportunity to ride El Corte de Madera Creek Open Space Preserve. Had a small technical glitch when we got to the park. My SD card became corrupted, so I had to change that out. When I did so, I ended up losing some of the footage of the drive over to the Open Space Preserve. So this trip was originally scheduled for 3 weeks ago, back during Valentine's Day weekend. Unfortunately, the week prior to that, Jody hurt her ankle when we were riding in Santa Clara, and we decided to push it back a couple weeks to give her foot some time to heal. When I was looking at the maps on Trail Forks, deciding where to ride in San Mateo, initially I was thinking Pedro Mountain. Reached out to some people on Facebook from Northern California, and they overwhelmingly said the place to ride would be the El Corte de Madera Creek. All right, the weather is really cool. It was actually super cold this morning, pretty windy as well. Got a little warm in the drive over here, sitting in the car in the sun. It's hard to say if these trails are well marked or not. We found a trail on Trail Forks that we wanted to, it was a route on Trail Forks we wanted to ride. Couldn't seem to find that first connector, so we're just going to kind of make this up as we go a little bit. We have an idea of the direction. It is a busy park, lots of hikers, a lot of mountain bikers. Hi guys, thank you. There's one more behind me. I'm going to turn my bell on because of the hiker situation. Kind of descending pretty quickly downhill, which means we're going to have some work cut out to get back up the hill. It's basically a big loop, and we are going, I think we're going clockwise actually. It's actually beautiful up here, basically riding through the redwoods. Oh boy, these are fantastic weather conditions. The dirt is spectacular. Single track, it looks more intense than it actually is. I know that's scaring Jody a little bit. One more behind me, thank you.
All right, enjoy yourself.
Thank you. Wow, it is beautiful back in here. I will probably say that 100 times if I haven't already. The flow on here is pretty spectacular at this juncture. On some of the sections that are a little bit steep that we have to get off and walk the bike or push the bike, that makes it really complicated for Jody with her bad ankle. She says the riding's not bothering her, but when she has to walk and push the bike uphill, that creates a little bit of challenge. But the shade, the canopy, it makes it really cool in here.
my brakes the whole time.
Yeah.
I had to be careful because it's bumpy.
Yeah, you did it?
Yep.
You good?
I'm good. I survived.
This is more of like a service trail section. A lot of descending on this particular section. Which means we'll have to climb this at some point. Little overgrown bushes through this section here. There's a lot of this trail that reminds me of the 007, the first leg, up at Bass Lake. It's kind of like going through the jungle, a lot of low-hanging branches, like canopy in here. Some sharp little turns. Ooh, a little pedal strike. Ooh. Nice little drop there. Kind of took it blind. I didn't have a lot of speed. That's some little fun stuff through there. All right. Stay to the right. Ooh. A little narrow through here and a lot of leaves on this, so could be slippery. It's got a good flow though. Man, this is a lot of fun. Really good stuff through here. The name of this area, I believe, is El Cortes de Madera. Most of the locals, or people out in this area, call it Skaggs. It's spelled S-K-E-G-G-S. And there's a Skaggs Point out here, which is probably where the name comes from. We are in San Mateo County. The county seat here is Redwood City. The highest population city in the county is Daly City. Population for the county is about 760,000 people as of 2019. Daly City, probably most famous for the Cow Palace, which is a livestock auction event center. I think back in the 1930s or 40s when it was built, somebody in the newspaper had written that why would they build a palace for cows and livestock? And a writer quickly coined the term Cow Palace. The Golden State Warriors used to play there back in the 60s. Been around a long time. All the big bands have been there. The Beatles, the Bee Gees, Metallica, list goes on and on. Woo! It's good stuff. So those not familiar with San Mateo County, the geography is pretty unique. It includes a lot of the Pacific Ocean along Half Moon Bay. To the north you have San Francisco, the peninsula. South San Francisco is actually in San Mateo County. San Mateo County stretches all the way down north to the Santa Cruz County line, and then all the way over to the bay, to the San Francisco airport, which would be Burlingame, Menlo Park. So there's an article in the Wall Street Journal, July 2013, and the article said that there was an immediate spike, the average weekly income for San Mateo County in the fourth quarter of 2012. In fact, that weekly income surpassed Manhattan, which would be New York County, up to like $3,400 a week. So what happened? In 2012, a little company called Facebook launched their IPO in the second quarter of 2012, and almost instantly, within 2 quarters, the average area income for the San Mateo County skyrocketed. Some big companies in this area that you'll recognize, YouTube, Visa, obviously we talked about Facebook already, Oracle, are all headquartered here in the San Mateo County area. Yep. What's that? Yeah, a little bit. Woo! Hey guys, one more. Ooh. Ooh. All right, guys, there's one more with me. All right, we just finished here at the ride. I always forget how to pronounce this name of this place. It is something Madeira. Anyway, I'll put it back down in the bottom. But anyways, we just finished up the ride. We ended up cutting it in about half. A lot of fun riding downhill here, as probably riding downhill everywhere is. But it was really beautiful, really scenic inside the middle of the redwoods. Some incredible canopies and some really fun stuff. Talking to a couple locals, not knowing our way around, we ended up kind of riding up a couple of the single tracks, and we should probably done a better job utilizing the service roads uphill. But that's kind of how it goes when you ride this stuff blind. Anyways, Jody's foot was bothering her, and so it really kind of takes the fight out of you when you're simply trying to climb these hills and then you get some nagging pain. So anyways, I still think we probably got 5, maybe 6 miles. I'll have to pull up the data and see what that shows, but beautiful place to ride. You got to be in shape, you got to be in conditioned, because there's a lot of climbing, and either you're gonna do the climbing everyone said at the beginning or at the end of this trail. And we got stuck with some climbing for sure at the end of the trail. We ended up riding up Manzanita, which is probably a single track downhill trail. Nobody really is going to mark it that way because they don't want to discourage anybody from walking or riding for that matter. So anyway, just kind of a nice FYI. So we're going to take the gear off, head back to the hotel, maybe a little dinner tonight, And then I will probably go ride San Francisco County tomorrow.